Hi, my name is Katie Levensailor, and this is my reflection for Journal Prompt number 5. I really enjoyed watching the Simon Sinek TED Talk. This isn't the first time I've seen it, but every time I have watched it, I learn something new or I gain a little bit more from it. There were a couple of key things that he said throughout the talk that really sat with me. So, first of all, of course, his major premise that people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. I feel like that's been said to us so many times throughout this program. It's the why, it's the why. And I truly agree with him on this statement. If I go to the next slide here, I liked how he said that we need to start with the why, and that that's not natural for us, or that maybe that's not what we do, that we always start with the what when we're trying to get people to buy into what we're doing or to influence people to do what we're doing, but that we really need to start with the why. And so when we look at the why, this is, of course, your purpose. And again, that's one of the things that's really come up so many times in this program is, what is our purpose? Why do you do what you do? What do you believe? And when I think back on my experience as a transformational leader, as I've been growing in the program, I've really seen myself kind of hone in on this. Why am I doing this? When I make a decision or when I want to make a change, what's the real reason why I'm doing this? Because that's going to affect the process, the way in which we do things, and then ultimately the results of what we get. So I really do agree with him that you have to start with the why, and that the why is so important. He used Apple as an example of reaching out to the consumer with the why, and the same with Martin Luther King Jr. But I also agree, this happens every day in my classroom. If I can't validate the purpose of what we're doing and why it matters, my students won't buy into what I'm doing. So the why really matters, even on such a small scale as the classroom. The second thing that really stuck out to me was this concept of who you hire. So the quote is, if you hire people just because they can do a job, they will work for your money. But if you hire people who believe what you believe, they will work for you with blood and sweat and tears. And I have seen this. I've done this myself. Money, the desire for money will only get you so far. And when you're trying to create something bigger, something that stands for more, it's really the support of the people who believe in you and believe in what you're selling, for lack of a better term there, that will get behind you and support you. So when I think about the hiring process that I do for coaches, this is exactly who I hire. I'll get into that in a little bit more, but it's not because they're the best coach, but because they believe in what we're believing in or selling to our students at Portola. I really liked this little quote, work with people who believe what you believe. I have surrounded myself with a leadership team and a staff of teachers who believe in the same goals, the same mission, the same vision, the same values for our students at Portola High School. And so this works for us. And when we were hiring teachers and hiring staff, we hired people, in part, one of the questions had to do with what they believed in, and if they were in the same mission, vision, and values as us. And if they weren't, it was an easy way to weed people out. So how does this apply to me and what we're doing at Portola High School? So first of all, as you know, I'm an athletic director and science teacher at Portola High School, and I started building the school over a year ago with the leadership team, and we came up with this, mission and vision, which is, the vision is where every learner belongs, contributes, and thrives. And we wanted our kids, our students, to feel that everybody belonged there, that we had something for everyone. And we weren't going to be able to provide that if the staff didn't buy into that, if the staff didn't truly believe that as well. So when we were hiring, this is something we looked for, people who could articulate this mission, this vision, that we want to guide our learners towards excellence and citizenship in a safe, engaging, and inspiring learning environment. That inspiration piece was so key. I want to focus a little bit on on the athletic side, because we have these pride values, so perseverance, respect, integrity, drive, empathy. And when I hire my coaches, when I sit down and interview them and I put them through an interview process, I have sat on many interviews with people who are probably the best technical coaches around. So their technique and their skills that they could transfer onto students or athletes in the sport itself is the best. But they lack Portola pride. They lack empathy or drive, sometimes integrity. And I have hired many coaches that aren't the best or most well known for their technical skill because of this belief system of what we want our kids to walk away with. And yes, initially there was some criticism from, parents. Well, why didn't you pick so-and-so? He's, has years of experience. But he or she didn't believe in what we believe in. And so I agree with Simon Sinek on this, that you've got to hire people and work with people who believe in what you believe. Okay, that's it. Good night.